Hey everyone, welcome back to BDG Reviews. I'm back with another vinyl update. Included in this vinyl update are 3 releases that are undeservedly controversial. I'll bring them up at the end since, there's certain things YouTube doesn't like, so we try to keep that till later in the video. When I remember prices, I'll tell you what I paid. It's actually been a pretty good haul. So start off. First things first. This was just cheap. This is Big Band's Harry James. It's is it 3 or 2 LP set. It's like some big band like jazz type stuff. It is what it is. This cost me $4. And for that, you can come home with me. I don't mind. Stuff like this, I've said before, is good. Just put it on the background while you're doing stuff, and you have a good time. Next up, there's also $4. This is also big bands. This is Charlie Barnett. Again, two LP set. Again, in this kind of cool box. I like these boxes, honestly. These Time Life releases. Again, $4. It's good background music. You can't go wrong. It's just good. I'm not complaining. So now we get kind of into the better stuff, if you will. So first up, this cost me $10. This is AC/DC Flick of the Switch. It was $10 because of this, slight damage to the cover. Interesting thing though, this is actually a German pressing, so that's kind of cool. Flick of the Switch is so underrated. Nobody talks about Flick of the Switch, but it's one of my favorite AC/DC albums. I mentioned a couple of videos back about I'm planning to do a video like showing like the vinyl and everything that kind of determined my musical tastes and everything. This is one of them. I'll get more into it when I do that video. But $10, Flick of the Switch, hells yeah. I don't think this has been given a repress anytime. Not that I know of. I mean, I'm sure there must be. Somewhere in the world there must be a repress. But, Back in Black always gets repressed. Highway to Hell. But Flick of the Switch, not so much. Great album. Next we have Durango 95 with Lose Control. Just looking at the cover tells you exactly what this is. This is like some Ramones love with like kind of like good rock and roll stuff as well. These guys are actually from where is it? It's just near me somewhere actually. Oshawa, Ontario. So that's kind of cool. Honestly, I found this for $10 as well. And you know what? It was a blind buy, but I don't regret it. This was a really good album. And honestly, I think I'll try to look into more of, if these guys have any more stuff, I'm going to look into it because this is quite good. So yeah. Next up, we have an OG pressing of School's Out by Alice Cooper. This has been repressed so many times. This, it's just, an OG pressing of it, with where's the thing? It folds out into like a desk, like, it didn't come with like the paper panties or whatever that some of the older, like the old pressings did. But from what I know, like most of them didn't. So it's kind of, it is what it is. This was, I want to say $12. So yeah, $12. It's solid. It's Alice Cooper. You can't go wrong. Next up, we got another Alice Cooper. This one is Alice Cooper Goes to Hell. Again, another OG pressing. This was $20. It's more than I would have liked to have paid, but it's a good album, and it's in decent shape for its age. So I'm not really complaining at that. So you know, it is what it is. $20. Next up, this was 34, $35, something like that. And that is The Enemy of Virtue by Profanatica. Yeah, you see a Jesus dong there. This is on this kind of bone splatter. I think, what do they call it exactly? This. It doesn't say. But this is cool though. It comes with like a literal like book, like hardback book, foil printing on it. You know, this has got, you know, I'll determine how much I can actually show of this, but, you know, I can't show that one, that's for sure. But, like, it's got, like, artwork from the old demos and everything. Yeah. Profanatica are one of those bands that they're kind of like, I don't know. I almost want to say they're kind of like the cringy black metal band. Their music is really good, but, you know, they come off as like, you know, quote unquote, like true believers, you know, type thing. I don't know. It's a little cringy at times, but the music's good. So now we're down to the last three. These are the quote unquote, you know, these are undeservedly controversial. And those are, well, I'll start with the first one. These are all by the same band. This is from Black Magic SS. So first up we got Kaleidoscope Dreams. I think you can see right from the cover there why this is controversial. So I won't keep that on the screen very long. We got Kaleidoscope Dreams, Spectral Ecstasy, and Rainbow Nights. So yeah, they have like the Nazi type imagery, but the interesting thing is when you actually listen to the music, there's no overtly Nazi stuff in it. And when you actually look at the artwork, the swastikas that you have on it are actually like the Hindu swastikas, you know? They're not the, you know, the Hakenkreuz or whatever Germany called it in World War II. It's not that swastika. So, you know, but then they have, you know, like the SS part, you know. So it seems to me, at least this is how it appears to me. It appears to me to be completely, it's a gimmick. It's purely a gimmick. It's like how, you know, back in the 80s or whatever, people jumped on like the whole satanic thing as a gimmick. And the fact of the matter is, this brings you in. You see this is like Black Magic SS. What the hell is that? And then you listen to it. I'm going to tell you right now, it's really good music. It's a cross between psychedelic and black metal. It shouldn't work, but it does. And these albums are phenomenal. They really are. All three really good albums. Like I said, I don't get the, you know, it's like some people are so quick to jump onto like, oh, you know, there's some Nazi imagery. They must be Nazis. It's like, I've said before, I'll say again, I don't care what anyone's political agenda or opinion is. If you make good music, I'll listen to your music. You know, if you're a blatantly like, you know, say this, like if you're like a complete communist and you make good music, I'll still listen to it. If you're like a freaking Nazi and you make good music, I'll still listen to it. I can separate artists from their art. But like I said, that being said, this to me reeks of gimmick. It reeks of gimmick, and it reeks of almost like poking fun. Because one of their symbols is actually, it's like the death's head, you know, what the SS used to wear, the skull and the crossbones. It's got like a little witch hat stuck on it. You know, it's like, yeah, you're taking the shit, you know, you know, you're not. And so I don't buy the whole Nazi thing. I really don't. And then again, let's just be honest. Nazis lost. They're the losers. You know, there's no... anything nowadays that says, like, oh, you know, they believe in the Nazi ideal and everything. It's like, look at history. Your ass lost. Yeah. That's all you can really say about it, you know? You don't have to be a rocket scientist. And let's be honest, we're living in 2022 right now. I don't know when you'll be watching this video. If it's still 2022, there you go. There's more important things to worry about than that shit. There really is. And let's be honest, by now, everyone's so overly sensitive that, you know, like you how can I put this? It's almost like, say you made a movie, and I'll give you an example. Das Boot. It's a movie about, you know, Nazi sub-people. If you made that movie nowadays, you'd have people, oh, you can't do this, you know, they're Nazis, they're the bad guys. Who cares? I mean, let me put it this way to you. I listen to Eazy-E. I'm not going to go out and start selling drugs. You know, I listen to gangster rap. I'm not going to go out and start shooting people up. If you're stupid enough to believe that music will make you do something, I don't think you're on the right channel here. No. Music, movies, books, whatever. No. All it does is it tells a story. Whether you like that story or not, completely separate topic. But, you know, I'm going to put it this way. This might get me some haters, I don't know. I absolutely hate, with a capital H, Kanye West. I think he's a piece of shit douchebag. I can't stand a thing about him. But here's the thing. That's how I feel. I don't have the right to tell you what you feel. So if you enjoy listening to his music, more power to you. But in the same breath, I would say don't come at me and say, oh, that's, you know, you're listening to music, oh, they're talking about, like, Nazi stuff or whatever. You know, you shouldn't be doing that. I'm not telling you that about Kanye West. I'm not telling you about that about a lot of bands that I don't like. So all I'm saying is, in this time of perpetual offendedness, how about we all just chill the fuck out? And you know what? What somebody listens to doesn't define who they are as a person. If it did, every single gangster rapper would be in jail. Every fan of it would be in jail. Anyone who listens to Cannibal Corpse would be in jail. We're more than that. Think about it. So yeah, that's my update. Got a little bit ranty there at the end. Sorry about that, but you know, is what it is. Well, I guess you know what. There's one more thing I can bring up. I grabbed this the other day. This is kind of interesting because what I'm going to show you doesn't actually exist. That's Motley Crue box set CD, and it's got Too Fast for Love, Shout at the Devil, Theater of Pain, Girls, 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 Dr. Feelgood, and Decade of Decadence. This set doesn't exist. I made this. I made this box. Essentially, I found the new reissues that who is it? BMG are releasing for the original albums. So they're in these little slippy type case things. So I thought, wouldn't that be cool if they had a box? I had a box. This is actually the box for an old Gordon Lightfoot set. So I printed everything up. I made a new box, and essentially it would fit. It wouldn't fit the entire Motley Crue discography. It actually wouldn't fit all of the. Well, all of it. I'll say that. It would fit all of the reissues, but it would leave a space. So I was thinking, what should I do? And then I just thought, Decade of Decadence. This is one of the greatest compilation albums ever made. To this day, I honestly believe that. There's no filler on this comp. Everything's good. Livewire, Piece of Your Action, Shout the Devil, Looks That Kill, Home Sweet Home, Smoking in the Boys Room, Girls, 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 Wild Side, Dr. Feelgood, Kickstart My Heart, Teaser, Rock and Roll Junkie, Primal Scream, Angela, Anarchy in the UK. Everything is awesome. So that got me thinking. I'm like, that came out right after Dr. Feelgood. So I did a bit of reckoning up, and yep, with that, fits perfectly in the box. So yeah. And honestly, I'm going to say this. I did a video a bit back on repairing album covers. Same technique right here. This is like Avery sticker paper. It's surprising what you can do with it. I mean, I did this. I actually I made a box set for the cassettes of Black Magic SS for my buddy Will. Actually made another box set for a friend of his. It's a neat way to get a box set of something that doesn't officially exist. And it's a good way to go about things. So yeah, that's been my update. Hope you enjoyed it. Can't think of anything else. So yeah, that's it for me. See you next time.